Hello. A few days ago I split a potato in half, kept some chits on both sides, planted them up in yoghurt pots. At the same time I took a whole potato and planted it up in a yoghurt pot. Once the potatoes turned into potato plants, I moved them up into water buckets. I'm going to bring those water buckets out and pop them on this table, let you have a look at the progress in just a few days since those potatoes were moved up into the water buckets, those potato plants. They've really kicked on. But before I do that, I'm going to cut you to some video that I shot a few weeks ago of me doing that. Of me slicing the potato, moving it into yoghurt pots, moving it into the water buckets. You may have seen that. If you do, then just fast forward till you get to the bit where I actually put the buckets on this table and give you that update. Okay, watch that bit of video, then come back to me, or fast forward and you're back to me right now. Right, so what we're going to do today, well, I'm going to cut one of these potatoes in half, and that'll be grown on as two halves, and I'm leaving one potato whole. Now these chits are fairly close together at the top, and what I need to do is I need to get some chits on each half of the potato. So this video could end quite suddenly actually. If I make a mess of this, I can't do it because these are the last two potatoes I've got. So I need to be very careful here with these Maris Pia potatoes. So we'll put that one to one side and we'll try and cut this one in half and leave a chit on both sides. Now the other thing I would say here is that if there are chits all over the place, you can cut a potato into more than halves. You can cut it into thirds, you can cut it into quarters, you can cut it into as many pieces as you like as long as there's a chit. I'm not too sure what they'll grow, bearing in mind there won't be much potato left to support the plant as it gets bigger. Done it. How's that? Chits on this half, chits on this half. Now what I intend to do now is I'm going to leave these in the greenhouse to scab over, to dry over before I plant them. The potatoes have scabbed over nicely. They're quite dry to the touch now, so we're ready to pot these up. Problem is, it's still so cold here at Homegrown Veg in the United Kingdom. I want to keep these guys indoors a bit longer. I want to keep them in the greenhouse. But I've got buckets everywhere. Man alive, I can't move for buckets. There isn't enough room in this greenhouse to swing a cat. It's only an 8x6 greenhouse, and so I just don't have the room for 3 more buckets. I just don't have the room. And I don't want to put them outside because it's too cold. I want them to stay in here for a while till the weather picks up. So as an interim measure, as a stopgap, we're going to plant them in these yoghurt pots. I can keep 3 yoghurt pots in the greenhouse, that's not a problem, but I can't get another 3 of those 10-inch buckets in the greenhouse. So we plant them in the yoghurt pots. We'll keep these in the greenhouse until these potatoes get bigger, and when they become a potato plant, we'll plant them up into the buckets, and hopefully by that time they can go outside. Okay, so this is how we're going to do it. What have I wrote on here? Half, half, full. Right, we'll do the full one first, the full potato first. A little bit of compost in the bottom. As you can see, these have got holes in. So we've put some soil in the bottom. We'll just sit this potato on it, like that. Okay, it's just sat on it nicely. And we'll just fill it up. Like that. Shake it in. one down. Right, this one is for half a potato. Well, this is a bit of a balancing act because it's only half a potato. What I'm going to do is, the best bit of this growing potatoes is definitely the harvest, isn't it? I mean, we're okay planting them, but really what you want to see is potatoes being harvested. Well, there's no potatoes being harvested yet this year here at Homegrown Veg, but we'd harvested a lot of potatoes over the years here at Homegrown Veg, and we've done this experiment once before. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to give you a link to a video when we get finished, that'll take you to a video that I done about 4 years ago, and you will see a reveal. And from recollection, I don't think there was an actual conclusion. In fact, I'm fairly sure I copped out and said, well, to my subscribers and viewers alike, what do you think? Well, what's the conclusion here? Because I just emptied 3 buckets of potatoes. One had a full potato sown in it, and 2 had half potatoes sown in it. And I weighed them on camera and then said, hey, what do you think? And I got various responses to that. Okay, so that's it. The next time you see these guys, we'll probably be moving them up into those water buckets. So, we've got shoots, but have we got roots? If we've got shoots and we've got roots, it's time for these guys to be moved up into the buckets. Let's check them out. Okay, this one first, this half potato. Yeah, I hope you can see that. That's definitely got roots. Pop that back in there, like that. And I expect this one to probably be the same. This is another half potato. Oh yeah. Loads of roots, loads of roots. So these half potatoes have become potato plants. Would you agree? They've got roots, they've got shoots. That constitutes a plant, does it not? Roots and shoots. And the full potato, yeah, it's got roots as well. Hope you can see those. Let's go with the full one first. I've got about 2 inches of mix in the bottom of this 10-inch water bucket. This is just a soil-based compost that I've made up at home. We're going to sit this on top of it, and we're going to bury it. We're going to cover it completely. Look, sounds a bit brutal, but it isn't. We'll give these some protection, and also the fact that when it's buried, it'll be frost protected, so we'll be able to stand this bucket outdoors. And this is how we're going to protect it. This is a sawn off pop bottle. Fits perfectly. So it can be as rough as we like now when we fill this bucket. about that? Hey, how about that? We'll gently remove this. This is going to collapse in, but I'm going to try and let you see it anyway. There it is, nestling in the bottom. How about that? Boy, couldn't be easier, could it? Couldn't be easier. Right, let's do one of those half potatoes on camera, and then we'll do the other one off camera, because I think if you've seen two planted, you've seen enough. This is one of the half potatoes. Same procedure for this one. Sit it in the bottom. Give it some protection. And bury it. Now I don't expect we're going to see these again now for a couple of weeks. And when we do, when there's something to look at, I'll pop another video up. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this video. Remember, I'm going to put a link on now to a video I shot a number of years ago, where you'll actually see a potato reveal from one whole potato and two half potatoes. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Follow the link to the video I made some years ago. You'll probably enjoy that video if you've enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in a few weeks' time. It only seems a few days ago since I put these potatoes in these buckets, and boy have they kicked on in those few days. Blimey. This is half a potato. You can just see it. It's lifted the soil, it's breaking through. So we've got shoots and we've definitely got roots. This is another half potato. Got the shoots, got the roots, yep, they're growing well. And this is the full potato. I don't know if you can see, it's just starting to lift the soil. It's just starting to push its way through. So all three buckets are up and running. Half a potato, a full potato. In about 4 months' time, we'll empty these out, and we'll do a weigh-in. We'll do an analysis. We'll make a judgment. We'll see if growing from half potatoes is better than, or just as good as, growing from whole potatoes. So stick. What do you reckon that is? Squawking. You recognise it? Seagull. Okay, so stick with us. And as I say, in a few months' time, we'll do that reveal, and we'll try and reach a conclusion. Now, I've already said that I'm going to give you a link to a video that I shot a number of years ago where there is a result. I've done this once before. I'm doing it again. And if you want to see what a result might look like, just follow that link. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this video. This is Homegrown Veg, signing out.